Hello Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is the SunWoman, and this reading is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for the month of July 2023. I hope this reading helps you to tap into your intuition, manifest your intentions, and provides a weather report of the upcoming energy so that you know how to move for the month. If you would like to work with me privately, I'd love to have you join my 3-month Breakthrough and Elevate program. It's an intuitive coaching program, and the link with the details will be in the description box below. Alright, Sagittarius, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for you for the month of July. And then we'll take a look at the transits that will be affecting you for this month. So the energy is cleared for Sagittarius. Thank you. The energy is cleared for Sagittarius. Here we go. All right, so we have the Hanged Man. So this card is coming up a lot for the signs this month. So definitely a period of retrospection. Kind of spiritual renewal, looking at things from a different perspective, taking some time to kind of step back and take another look at life from a different viewpoint. This is the energy that you are leaving in June. As you're coming into July, you have Temperance, wow, as the energy that's covering you for July. So that's really nice. Hangman and then Temperance. We have the Four of Wands. Beautiful. Love this card. Four of Wands for the energy that you're going to be experiencing for the most of the time of July. And then you have the Six of Cups, which is the overarching energy that's at the apex of your chart. I already see where we're going with this. We have the Eight of Wands, which represents other people in your life externally that may be influencing you in July. The Five of Pentacles, which is the obstacle here for you in July. And then at the end of the July, at the end of the reading, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. And let's take a look at what's at the base of the deck. Oh, wow. Beautiful. The King of Cups. Beautiful King of Cups here. Like her in her sneakers there. Okay. So before we interpret the cards here relative to what's going on with you, just going to give you a few highlights for your transits for this month. So there is a full moon in Capricorn on July 3rd. That's going to be falling in your second house. So there may be some resolution regarding financial situations, regarding resources shared with a partner. For you, Sagittarius, there may be a need to resolve, issues regarding money, regarding resources, regarding your energy output that you give to another person. There may be resolution or completion of matters surrounding inheritances or taxes, business loans, personal loans, money that you would receive from another source outside of yourself, money earned from a partner or by a partner that is also shared with you, so shared resources. There may be a little push and pull during this first week of July for you, Sagittarius, when it comes to finances, especially yours versus theirs. So you may need to compromise a little bit, where resources are concerned, maybe a concern of yours. And with the Five of Pentacles here, it's interesting. Definitely that's showing concerns about finances and feeling like you don't have enough, so you want to make sure you're not in that lack mentality in the month of July, because it looks like a lot of really beautiful things are actually happening and you don't want to block your blessings, okay? So also there's a new moon in Cancer on July 13th. So that new moon is falling in that 8th house of other people's resources. So there may be a new source of income that comes to you from someone else in your life, whether it's a partner, either personal relationship or a business partner. Sorry for that. noisy today. Okay. There also may be a new beginning, again, as far as, again, shared resources. So, talking about taxes, talking about some, finances, money that other people will, contribute to your pot, right? To your life, to your well-being. So that is a positive omen, so to speak. Okay. We also have Venus retrograde in Leo, which is a fellow star sign. I'm sorry, fellow fire sign with you, and that's going to be happening in your ninth house from July 22nd to September 3rd. There may be some reevaluation of your values, okay? And, we're talking about finances. It could be that, but it could just be a reevaluation of your own personal values. Like, what's important to you? What do you stand for? With what's going on in the world, where do you stand in position with, things that are happening in the world at large? So some of you may be really reevaluating how you are affected by world events and what your perspective is on those things, okay? Some of you, now, with Venus retrograde, that energy is kind of contained for Venus. So what I would definitely say is, if you are considering maybe foreign travel, overseas travel, or considering going back to school, you want to make sure that you're planning really well. Make sure that there is no financial loss in connection to travel or school, institution like university, college. Make sure you're doing your due diligence in those areas. Also, the message that just came to me is, be careful of your relationship with a spiritual leader of some kind, okay? A guru, or even a religious leader, a teacher, a professor. Make sure that you are being, living and working and dealing with a lot of integrity when it comes to people in those positions, because there can be some confusion or maybe an issue related to emotional connection or feelings about someone who is kind of a advisor or counselor to you. This could also be a therapist, a psychiatrist, a therapist, someone who helps you build your beliefs or examine your beliefs. So be very careful as far as connecting or creating a romantic connection with someone in this area of your life, because there could be loss or there could be confusion, and it may be something that would not have longevity to it for whatever the reason is, or appropriate. Not there is a level of inappropriateness there. Okay. Mars is also in Leo starting July 1st in that ninth house. So again, everything that I just mentioned to you about Venus, Mars gives those things fuel. So again, there could be some conflict. There could be sexual attraction to people of a different ethnic background, or from a different country. Just make sure that you're being very careful in your romantic, sexual, emotional connections, that you're really evaluating things with clear eyes rather than kind of a rose-colored glasses, because you don't want to maybe overstep boundaries that are inappropriate. Okay. The Neptune and Saturn are also retrograde, and that's going to be happening in your fourth house, which is kind of a significant transits for you. Anyone, any planets that are transiting on that first, fourth, seventh, and 10th house, the angles of our of our natal chart are going to be really significant. The fourth house is your home base. It's also the foundation of your life, so the foundation of your beliefs, your family, family values, your actual physical home. For me, the fourth house represents your mother, where the 10th house represents your father, your paternal influence. So there could be some things that come to light about a maternal influence in your life, or about your home and your family. Be very careful about water damage. So make sure that you're checking pipes, and that, maybe if you live in a flood zone, area of a flood zone, that you are, that you have insurance, and that you're being very, that you are aware of where you live in relation to water that's around you, because you could face some issues as far as maybe pipes bursting, or water entering into the foundation of your home, either by a flood, or some kind of weird water related issue, and it could cause a great deal of problems for you, especially with Saturn there as well. Also, again, with the maternal influence, check, be very careful, or check on your mom as far as her medications. Neptune, rules drugs and medications, so make sure that your mother is aware of the medications that she's supposed to be taking, that there are no issues or mistakes or errors with the medications that she's been prescribed. Make sure that a physician evaluates, or kind of reconciles her medications carefully. If your mom is experiencing some weird symptoms and she's on medications, you might want to look to that as a possible cause of maybe a feeling of fatigue or weakness, or kind of debilitative symptoms. Okay, so that's just some of the the things that could be happening. Some of you also may find that you need to spend more time at home in order to pursue spiritual practices. Some of you may be isolating a little bit, and definitely with that Hanged Man, that's the energy as you're coming into July. But you also want to make sure that you're not isolating so much that you're really cutting yourself off from the rest of the world. Okay, so be careful of that. And then the last thing is, again, fourth house. If you're buying or selling property, make sure that you review your contracts very carefully. Make sure that you read between the lines. Make sure that you have a lawyer review those contracts before you sign on the dotted line, because there may be some clauses or things in there that are not clear to you, and that someone may be trying to kind of slide into the contract. And that would be a burden to you for at least the next 2 years. You'd be trying to get out of that contract, okay? So be very careful as far as buying, selling property, signing a lease. Know what you're getting into. There could be issues with tenants or renters, okay? So just be careful in those areas that are ruled by the fourth house. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and take a look here at your cards. Let's move these over a bit. So we do have the Hangman as the energy that you're leaving June with. And again, that's that sense of kind of pressing pause on your life and your activities. Some of you Sagittarians, you are very adventurous and visionaries and explorers, and you have that fiery energy, but you're also the philosopher. And I feel that you're going to be exploring the more philosophical side. Maybe as you're coming in out of June, you've been exploring more of the philosophical side of being a Sagittarius than the actual active movement and exploration. Some of you may have needed to take time out in order to look at things from a different perspective. What is it you're looking at? Well, we have the Six of Cups, So we have two cups cards, two wands cards, one pentacle, one sword, and the balance of major arcana. So it's kind of a half and half between cups and wands here for you. Again, could be emotional connections and kind of trying to figure out how to make progress or how to create movement. Communications is a big thing as well. It's interesting because I feel that this is like a really, oh wow, this is amazing. I just realized, and I know, I laid the card down, but all the things that I mentioned to you about the home and family, and here's the Four of Wands in the future, in July. So being kind of the main energy as you're in July. So definitely a lot of activity regarding home and family, a relationship, a marriage, perhaps, long-term relationship. The King of Cups is here, so this is a watery energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This person could be very influential in your life in July. Again, could be a romantic connection, could also be someone who, wow, that King of Cups also can represent that spiritual guide or guru or kind of mentor, religious leader or spiritual leader for you, or teacher. You have, as you're coming out of June, you have the Temperance card here in July. So this is the start. So I think you are very wise and very clear on the need to move carefully, move slowly, be patient in relation to whatever it is that is your focus in July. Keep things on an even keel. Don't get too emotional. Don't be too aggressive. There's definitely a need to remain balanced and temperate in July. Okay. With that Mars energy in Leo and that Venus energy in Leo, which are trine to your Sagittarian sun or ascendant or moon, there is, it is a positive aspect where you may be feeling energized, but you still have to be sure that you are moving carefully and moving thoughtfully, controlling your passions. That's really, the Temperance card is about controlling your thoughts, your physical body, your energy, making sure that you remain balanced as far as your energy is concerned. You have the Four of Wands here again. And so I think that the progression of July is really going to be very much around your home, your family, your partnership. Some of you could be getting married in July. So if that's the case, congratulations to you. Some of you could be getting reunited with someone from your past. That is the Six of Cups here. That is the overriding energy, the apex here of your reading. And what I say about that is often this, the card that falls here is kind of the advice card for you. So this is definitely a good sign as far as reuniting or reconnecting with people from your past. That Venus retrograde really talks about connecting with people from the past. So it could have been someone from your childhood. In Leo is child, represents the childhood portion of life. So even someone that you knew in kindergarten or elementary school, right? Or that you grew up with in your neighborhood. There could be a connection with that person. Even a romantic connection could spark up or could resume with someone there. So I do see you offering your cup or that person offering their cup. Also, there is a child here on the Six of Cups, so this could again be home and family. Some of you may be spending more time with your children, whether they're young or whether they're adults. More of a need to be, I did mention to you, like feeling the need to be at home and be connected to your foundation and your roots. The Four of Wands is often a celebration. There might be a party, a birthday celebration, or like the family cookout, the family barbecue, and in that, or maybe some of you could be invited to that type of function and you end up reconnecting with someone from your past, in at that party, at that function. Whatever it is, a nice, there's a nice calm, good feeling, celebratory, reconnecting, sentimental, emotional thing happening here in July for you. And, Sagittarius is not often seen as an emotional sign, right? There's passion, there's drive, there's, the more, again, philosophical, mental function aspect of Sagittarius. But don't let there be any mistake. You are a fire sign, and so there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of positive. You're ruled by Jupiter, which is an extremely, which is the benefic planet. So anywhere you are usually is the party. Like Sagittarius brings the party. So yeah. So again, if you meet up with someone, and interesting, the Eight of Wands here is in the area connecting other people externally in your life. So there could be a lot of communication. There could be a lot of messages, a lot of talking, a lot of emails, a lot of text messages, trips back and forth to meet up with someone. This is energy with communication. So whoever this is, this falling in your external influences, this could be someone who you really have a great intellectual rapport with, right? There's a lot of communication there. It's really easy to communicate with this person. I just looked at this and I got California, so I don't know if that will connect with some of you, if that's relevant. I'm seeing wineries in California, Napa. It could also be France, Bordeaux. So for some reason, I'm seeing wineries. I don't know why, but that may be, may resonate with you. If you do, please drop a comment in the comment section and let me know if that applies to you. Could be a party or a celebration at a winery. Could be a wine tasting gathering. I don't know, something like that. But whatever it is, and I'll tell you this, the King of Cups here at the base of the deck, King of Cups likes their refreshments. Okay, usually the King of Cups, enjoys a nice fine wine or fine aperitif, and so could very well be this person that you're meeting just getting wine a lot. I don't know why, but again, let me know. So obstacles here. Well, obstacle, we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, I did say to you that full moon is going to be falling in your second, and the full moon is going to be, highlighting your second and your eighth houses. Okay, so in Capricorn. So some of you, again, may have financial concerns, but please don't let this be an obstacle to you reaching out and reconnecting with people. I feel like in your mind you may be saying, oh wow, this person knew me so long ago, and you really kind of, like, why are you doubting yourself? Why are you doubting or questioning your accomplishments? I feel like you're feeling, I'm 40 years old and I haven't accomplished this, or I don't have my own company, or I didn't complete my master's, or something like this. I should have more, and I don't want this person to judge me, like this is how I ended up. Please dispel that attitude if that's the case. Because number one, anyone who's going to love you and vibe with you is going to feel that way about you regardless of what you have. And if it's the right connection, you can build together. Okay, you can join forces. One thing that Sagittarius is not lacking is talent, skills, ability, manifestation power. You are very much able to think it and create it, right? It's definitely mind over matter for you. So if there are things that you haven't yet achieved and you feel like you're not who you should be at this time, please remove those thoughts from your mind, okay? Because what you may be doing is projecting your own insecurities onto someone else, and that person, would never even think, they're just so glad to reconnect with you, and how great you look and how, amazing you still are, that's not a consideration. That's not a consideration. I feel that whoever this is, if this is a person, they're really about emotional connection. Okay, they're really about the inner person, the inner the inner qualities. Okay, quality over quantity, for sure. Okay, so yes, don't let money be an obstacle. Because also with the Five of Pentacles, resources are available to you, whether you see them or not, right? This couple is walking past this church, and all they had to do is kind of look up and realize that there's a light on in there, and there are resources to help them. So there are resources available. You just have to look up. They're both looking down. Yeah. So the outcome here, by the end of July, I feel you're in a watch and wait type of stance here. Also seeing that Page of Swords, she's got the sword there. And again, it's still giving me the same energy of, oh, well, maybe I'll cut this situation before it moves any further because I don't want them to see the real me. Or, again, I just want you to make sure that you are removing your mind from that energy, because it's not going to allow you to open up for your blessing. Don't block your blessing. And honestly, this is a theme that I have been seeing through the readings that I've been doing for July, of reminding people not to block their blessings. There's a lot of that. And I don't know, maybe as humans, we just tend to have negative thoughts or insecure thoughts, feelings. Maybe the state of the world gets us down, and, whatever it is, you are a child of God. You are worthy because you were born. You were worthy because you are a creation of the universe, okay? So don't allow your human weakness or frailty, I guess, to make you forget who you are, right? You are made of the same elements as the stars and the planets, right? You are made of stardust. We're awestruck by Venus and Jupiter and Mars and Saturn and the Earth. We're awestruck by the Earth, but you are of the same elements as these magnificent entities. Okay, so don't forget who you are, Sagittarius. Okay, don't forget. All right, so you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to throw one card. We're coming on to 28 minutes, but I want to just throw one card on this Page of Swords. What's on the Page of Swords? Just to clarify the Page of Swords. I don't want to leave it like this. Ooh, beautiful. Wow. Look at that. The King of Wands. Who's the King of Wands? Elder of Wands? It's Sagittarius. It is fire. It is a fiery king. It is a fiery ruler. So, what did I say to you? You are made of the same thing as the stars. Okay? Don't forget you're the king. whether you are male, female, whatever your gender, whatever you are, define yourself as, you are king energy. You have power. You have authority. You have rulership qualities. Okay? If you have been thinking about starting your own business, it's time to do it, Sagittarius. If you've been thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, it's time to do that. Because this is the King of Wands, is the entrepreneur, business owner. Yeah, there's power and authority and energy behind you. So make sure that you're using that. Okay. Okay, great. That was a great clarifier. Okay, let me go ahead and just grab one card from the runes of modern life for you to close out this reading, Sag. Let's see what we got here. Okay. What is my rune card for Sag? Oh my goodness. All right, Scorpio got this as well. Wunjo. Okay, Wunjo is celebration. It is, whenever I see this card, I think of a mashup between Rihanna and Beyonce. Like, this is them, combined. So, there is talent, ability, accolades, acclaim, beauty. There is celebration here. I hear music, concerts. So this should be your stance for July, Sagittarius. Okay, this should be your energy. You should be in a mindset of the world belongs to me, right? Opening your arms and embracing whatever is to come or whoever is to come. Okay, Wunjo is celebration. It's joy. It's happiness. It's fulfillment. So that's the energy that is available to you in July, Sagittarius. And yeah, that's a beautiful reading. And I hope you take advantage of this awesome timing. Let me know. Let me know what happens in July. Okay, I'll be wondering. Thank you so much. Again, if you would like to work with me privately, personally, I would love you to join my 3-month Breakthrough and Elevate program, Sag. The link with details is in the description box below. And I thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next month. Be well. Bye-bye.